the Nigerian team, I expect them now to look for ways to get in so much crosses as much as possible, because that is where I think they have an advantage against the defense line. Because Osimhen needs just one.
Yeah, and bringing Simon on, you could already see the change in impetus.
That's the intent. That's the intent. The intent bringing Simon in was to bring in more crosses, and coupled with Bruno, you got two coming from the left side.
Osimhen and Iwobi. Between them, nearly 150 appearances for Nigeria. Victor Osimhen closing in on the late Rashidi Yekini's goal of a milestone of 37 goals for Nigeria's Super Eagles, a record that still stands. So the coin toss ahead of extra time. Just about set to go again. Mentally, what does it require of the players? Physically, we understand, but mentally, what does it require of the players?
Hunger. Hunger. Who wants it most? That's just what's going to boil down to now.
Is this less about tactics and more about belief?
Belief and how good you are physically. Because this is way above 90 minutes now.
Oh, the intensity that this game was played, we've already seen. Yeah, good 120 minutes in the legs, you're right.
This is where fitness is going to come in. There are no two ways about it. The stadium is jam-packed with Moroccans.
Nearly 66,000 have made their way into the venue to enjoy this semi-final that remains goalless as we head into extra time. And Mobali will be the first goalkeeper to touch the ball. Two technical teams that have been speculative in their changes. Nigeria have only made one switch in 90 minutes. Moses Simon making his way on for Rafael Onyedika. And the two changes for Morocco that saw Bilal El-Khanous, the midfielder, make way, and Ayoub El-Kabi, the centre-forward, make way for Moussama Targhelin and Hamza Egamen, respectively. Bruno, Iwobi. Slight deflection there of Targhelin, which just saw it out of the path of Moses Simon, allowed Hakibi to recover. Brahim Diaz has gone a long way forward now and is alongside Egamen as El-Zouli stays down the near side and receives. Three players central for Morocco. As El-Zouli looks to sweep past Bright Osai. Little touch off the Nigerian defender, corner it'll be.
He's not an easy player to play against El-Zouli, but Osai has done really well. Look at this. Not taking the dummy.
Osai has given El-Zouli very little room to manoeuvre. Somebody who thrives on room. He's not had much.
Just as Bruno has done the same to Diaz on the other side.
Superb. And what El Ainoui has done to Lukman from a Moroccan perspective.
That's what I was when I was talking about earlier about the antidotes. That's what they've done. Now it's up to Nigeria now to find solutions to that.
From the corner, Hakimi over this. Deep delivery toward the back post. Run into the frame. Naya Fagher running onto it. He, El Ainoui and Bono, the only players who've played every minute of this campaign so far.
Oh, Nigerians have to be careful with the second post runs by the opposition.
Calvin Bassey. Surge, and then a lovely lateral ball Diagonally towards Akor Adams. Under pressure from Mazraoui, picked up by Al-Zouli, and Morocco threatened again. Onyeka wins it back. Akor Adams deep to help as well, and then poked forward for Osimhen, but frantic appeals from the Nigeria captain for a potential free kick. Oussama Targhelin looks like he's lost a boot as well in midfield. So plops himself down. Oussama Targhelin.
He must go out normally to change that.
Putting the boot back on, the Feyenoord man. Just a few drops of rain about. It's not bucketing down. It's not even drizzling at the moment, but a few drops are appearing from the night sky over Rabat.
I don't think that's something that will make the players happy.
No. That's something, though, we must commend the host nation on. The quality of these pitches, particularly after the amount of rain that we've seen, has been utterly astonishing. Hamza Egamin brings it under control. Akor Adams, feeling that was off the shoulder roll, is in disbelief as the referee says handball, taken quickly by Morocco. Mazraoui finding Al-Zouli, now space for Egamin, who misses the target.
Beautiful first touch, but well played, technically. The way he was able to outwit the two players was really well, exceptionally well done.
The one replay that Frank Onyeka will not want to see.
Well, if Nigeria wins, that wouldn't bother him.
No harm done, yes.
No harm done.
Iwobi. Now wide, here's Bruno. Moses Simon cuts into a central position. Bruno cuts inside. Then round the outside, delivery is decent. Naya Fagerd is there and steered forward again by El Anoui. Recovered by Iwobi. Here's Bright Osai. Akor. Stabbed to safety by Mazraoui.
That's more like it from Nigeria, imposing their physicality.
So, rare set-piece opportunity for Nigeria. They've got the taller men forward.
In football, in modern football, where very little scoring chances are given to the opposition, set pieces are what gold. You have to use them. That will win the match for you.
No player has had more goal contributions than Lukman this tournament. Can't find the assist here, though. Oussama Targhelin, boot back on, headed away.
We've seen Lukman do better.
Akor Adams out for the goal kick. Says the referee.
That's modern football.
So we're going to see another change. Nigeria are going to make a switch now. President of the Moroccan Football Federation, Fouzi Lekja, and Dr. Patrice Motsepe, CAF president, watching on. Fisayo Delebashiru is making his way on for Akor Adams, who's played a different role tonight.
It's not been an easy game because the defense network of the Moroccans have made it very difficult for Akor and Osimhen to play like we've been used to seeing them the whole tournament.
So the Lazio man is on. Morocco trying to find a way through. Iwobi nearly cut out the attempted pass. Elenoui back to Massina. Mazraoui. Elenoui. Be an interesting battle here. Delabashiru plays for his arch rivals Lazio. Elenoui with Roma, the two capital clubs in Italy. And they'll be coming face to face at a few occasions, I suspect.
Giallo Rossi, Roma.
Yeah, the other yellow reds are Galatasaray, who Osimhen plays for.
Exactly.
Of course, in a different country, in Turkey. This is Alzouli. A little bit of space now. Far side, Brahim Diaz opts to flick it to Hakimi. Three-weight, back post. Cleared, but not too far. Elenoui seeking his first goal, and Igaman turns it goal-bound, but lacking in venom. Babali, quick footwork, gets him behind the ball and smothers it.
Not a bad pull-out, but the defending, the position of the Nigerians made it difficult for them to get it that striker goal. Very good defensive work by Lookman.
When is it a stage where you say the move to win it happens now, or do we survive the 120 and look for penalties?
The second half.
Second half.
Second half. That's when you have to give it all. That's when you take the full risks.
Well, there is a risk being taken now. Brahim Diaz has been whipped off 100 minutes into this tie, and Youssef En-Nesyri is making his way on. Brahim Diaz will not become the first player to score in 6 successive AFCON matches. This is the first game in which he has not scored for Morocco at this tournament. Well, I say that, but the technical team has rushed over. There looks to be... They want Brahim Diaz to continue. So either it's to play while the set piece is taken, or there was an error in who is being replaced.
I think it was more the first one that you said. I was just thinking the same thing, that they had their own game plan, how they defend set pieces, corner kicks. And they needed to stick to it and then make the change afterwards.
Lookman again, Bruno this time. Like Lookman earlier. Not quite floated into a danger area. Nobali, long way out of his area. Here's Onyeka.
Solid player. Quiet, but works very hard, Onyeka.
He does, and he's really become such an accomplished player at Brentford, who he joined when they were newly promoted in 2021 in Premier League. Actually made his debut against North African opposition, against Algeria a few years ago. Yep. So, change to come, and it's not a popular one. As Alzouli is being whipped off, Brahim Diaz is staying. En-Nesyri makes his way on now. So it turned out it was the second one.
Yeah, well, very obvious. Now I believe now you should see more crosses coming in, because that is where En-Nesyri is dangerous.
So they lose the direct dribbles down the flank of Alzouli, but both Saibari and Igamen can play down the left wing. Igamen has drifted and Saibari has come across as well. Iwobi with a great recovery. And now Osei, free kick surely.
That's a clear free kick, and
Nigeria with a set piece.
Well, there was no, he didn't. I don't think he went for the ball there. There was no way he could get that ball.
15 shots in the game, Sunday Olise.
13 for Morocco and 2 for Nigeria. Well, it's more than a slight dominance, like what I said earlier, when it comes to that.
But it hasn't seemed that way, because Nwabali has not genuinely been tested more than twice. Delivery in, Osimhen now, flick over, Lookman is underneath this. Pulled back. Dangerous for Morocco now, they need to stay on their feet. Delabashiru toward the back post. And the free kick has gone the way of Morocco.
Well, it's like we said earlier, they've not been clear-cut chances, but they've been striking at, they've been probing at the Nigerian goal. Oh, not bad. Unfortunately, it kind of like slipped just at the last moment, just as he tried to, I think, somewhere here. Yeah, he slipped.
And the free kick called for contact between Delabashiru and Hakimi.
I was surprised by that call.
Victor Osimhen back to his mark, lost his footing.
Now this is what Nigerians will be hoping doesn't happen now. Victor Osimhen getting injured. He's had a long struggle, a history with injuries.
He has, but he gets into such good positions. We are 15 minutes down in extra time, 1 minute of additional time in extra time as Morocco have possession and surge forward into space. Elanoui, Mazraoui wants it, receives now. Higamen drifts left, Mazraoui back into that pocket of space. Elanoui, now Targhalin, Brahim Diaz. Moses Simon in front of him. Brahim Diaz. Elanoui. Brahim Diaz wanted that ball first time, didn't receive it. We'll get there to maintain possession for Morocco. Added time and extra time nearly done. Here's Saibari. Higamen. Delivery just over the head of En-Nesyri. Back with Mazraoui. Flick in again. Lifted, and that'll be a free kick to Nigeria.
I think it was also offside, I think, because it came from the back. Yep.
Well, the referee has decided that that is where he's going to end the first half of extra time. There's still belief in the stands, there's still belief in the country. And neither side has 1 foot in the final just yet. Half-time in extra time. It is Nigeria 0, Morocco 0.
Well, to win this now, both sides have to do the same thing. That's very strange. Both sides now have point strikers that are dangerous in the air. So both sides now cannot afford to try to get this magical pass or dribbling through the middle to go in. They have to look at making crosses in for both sides. That is what will make the difference now. And that is why for the Nigerians, it will be suicidal for Osimhen now to be hurt and not be able to jump. Because the Moroccans just brought in an Osimhen-like striker in El-Nasiri, who's also good in aerial ball. So they have to make those changes now.
Discussions in the huddle. Difficult to hear.
The idea, when you are there, the manager is talking, and when the manager knows that you got the camera there, microphones, so most times they speak to us in codes. So even if you hear it, you won't get the total understanding of what he's saying.
So there you have it. Speaking in code, Eric Schell, meanwhile, a man who's looking to mastermind a final appearance for Nigeria for the second edition in succession, his first edition in charge of Nigeria. He's been in the role for a little over a year now. This is his 18th match in charge. He's only lost twice. And he's built some belief. He's built on the pedigree of this Super Eagles side. Stanley Nwabali. Maybe, just maybe, the mind will start to flicker towards potential penalties.
Well, I think when you're talking of penalties, the Moroccans, they should be scared of going to penalties at the moment, because the pressure will really be on them at then.
Oh, the pressure on the players taking the penalties, undoubtedly. On the flip side of that, having Yassin Bono in goal would be a calming influence, you suspect, given his pedigree in saving penalties throughout the years and across competitions.
Of course, for true, but believe me, the Nigerians also believe that Nwabali is very good when it comes to the penalties.
Lukman gets us underway. We've got 15 minutes to determine a winner from open play, otherwise it is penalties. Moses Simon in possession for Nigeria. Down the flank, using his pace, cut out by Hakimi. The little back heel towards Brahim Diaz, and then Moses Simon wins it back for a brief moment. Elanoe under pressure from Osimhen. Saibari with a touch, Delebashiru with a recovery, and then some work from En-Nesyri. Straight down the middle though. Maybe a chance for Saibari. Brahim Diaz keeps this in play. Bassi snatches possession. And then two players down. The referee says, I'll stop play.
That looks like Onyeka, I think.
Yeah, Onyeka and Diaz are the two players down.
Ooh, that was a strike on Onyeka, yeah. Look at this.
I can tell you that Morocco are going to make another change. This man, Ilyas Akhumash, is preparing to make his way on. Attacking player. Brahim Diaz is now going to make way.
Based on the changes the Moroccans are making,
a man who scored 5 and 5 makes way. 13 minutes from potential penalties. And Ilyas Akhumash is on in his place, the Villarreal man. A Spanish-based player for a Spanish-based player. Man who spent his youth career at Barcelona comes on from a man who's spending his senior career at Real Madrid. We're not going to talk about El Clasico that happened during the week. But Brahim Diaz, we will say, is going to return to a club with a different manager. Alvaro Arbeloa is now the new manager of Real Madrid, following the departure of Xabi Alonso 2 days ago.
well, I was about to say, based on the changes that the Moroccans are making, it feels like they are trying to do everything possible not to go to penalty shootouts.
Yeah, there's no defensive change. There's no. All the changes have been attacking.
Oh, attacking.
Ajay finding Calvin Bassey.
What a pass again.
Saibari. Mazraoui dances away from Delebashiru. There's Saibari again. Targhalin, little space opening up now. Akhumash puts himself in a pocket, but it's Hakimi who'll receive. Aguerd. Iwobi. Forward here. Delabashiru. Iwobi finding Calvin Bassey. Bruno in behind Lukman. Osimhen was lurking. Saibari looks to hit quickly in transition, and Nesiri is chasing, but Calvin Bassey's there. And the ball back to Nwabali. No harm done for Nigeria.
Quick regrouping by the Nigerian defense.
Iwobi. And Bruno. Words being spoken. There's Brahim Diaz. The effort that he put in, unquestionable. Now, back on the pitch, the referee has come over to speak to Bruno.
Well, I think the talking should be on the opposite side, not to Bruno, but to the Moroccan player.
Well, certainly some words spoken by Akhmash.
Yeah, he started it.
So play back underway. Bruno takes the set piece. Bassey, now Ajay. Osimhen, hunting goals, is calling for the long ball out of your screen. Osei. Nwabali has some scrambling to do to reach it. Mzraoui nodding it down. Targhalin picked up on it, but Iwobi very quickly onto it. Down he goes. And a challenge that he expected to go his way. That'll be a free kick to Nigeria as Onyeka's down.
Well, I think it was fair that the Nigerians were complaining for the first action there. That looked like more like a free kick.
Calvin Bassey. Onyeka looking for options. Eventually the ball back to Ajay, who found Delabashiru forward. Morocco go back to Bunu, who's seen very little of the ball. Lovely touch from Simon. Targhalin sweeps it to safety. Throw in Nigeria. Now, Osimhen looking a little gingerly here as he trudges away from Bruno.
Yeah. I hope he's not asking to be substituted once again. Because he looks to be limping.
Far side, Hamza Igamin. Battling away, throw in Morocco, taken quickly by Igamin, finds Mzraoui.
The urgency in the play of the Moroccans says it all. They want to try to win this before penalties.
Both these teams trying to find a moment of magic. Neither one of these sides giving way, giving an inch. Morocco last made a final in 2004 where they lost to the hosts Tunisia. Nigeria last made the final at the last edition where they lost to the hosts Cote d'Ivoire. Free kick, Morocco.
Well, it's been 50 years. Morocco have not won this tournament, and they feel really that hosting it, this is the greatest opportunity they have, because they hosted in 88 and they were not able to win it neither.
Yeah, Cameroon did the damage that edition. So free kick to Morocco. It's in a very handy position. And Hakimi might be thinking about chipping one to the taller men. I don't think from this range he'll look to go direct.
Where the ball is positioned is very difficult to go direct from there.
Does look for his teammates. This time it's Dilibashiru who gets his head on the end of this one. Igamin will keep it in play. Closed down by Osei. Delivery again is decent. Calvin Bassey read it nicely as in Nesiri threatened to get on the end of it. A man who so often rises highest. Flick over the top, kept alive for the assist. Tarkhalin with a strike and clearance that Lukman only gets further away from the final third of Nigeria. Kept in play, Mazraoui. Igamin looks to the near side. Akhomash, brilliantly worked by by Simon. Bruno back in the pocket to receive the pass. Simon goes himself. Lukman, a pass into space that three Moroccan players look to converge on, but Bruno gets a touch on. Transition ball potentially for Nigeria, not used this time. 5 minutes to play. The warning bell, Sunday Olise.
Both sides, believe me now, especially from what I'm seeing now, the Nigerians are just waiting for this game to come to an end, which is understandable because they're not getting many chances to strike at goal. But the Moroccans seems to be afraid that the game should come to an end because they seem like they don't want to go into penalty shootouts.
Well, these are the only two teams that have not trailed at any point during the competition. Still, they do not trail here, but they can't be separated either in a match in which we must have a winner. Out wide again. Morocco feed Igamin. Osei. Short ball that Simon closes down on. Iwobi picks up on. Here's Lukman. A burst of pace. The pass is good. The delivery is decent. But the recovery from Messina enough to steer clear of any danger. Iwobi takes the throw quickly. The urgency is raised again by Nigeria.
Yeah.
Morocco are not too happy because they wanted to make a change at that break in play. Elias Ben Zahir makes his way alongside the fourth official, waiting to come on, and Paul Onuachu makes his way to the fourth official as well for Nigeria. With the ball out of play this time, we are going to see the changes. For Nigeria, it is going to be the end of Osimhen's night. 3 minutes short of penalties. The armband goes to Simon. And a man closing in on the Super Eagles' all-time scoring record is not going to finish 120 minutes.
Paul Onuachu is having a very good season in Turkey at the moment.
Yep, Turkish-based player for a Turkish-based player. The Trabzonspor man is on for the Galatasaray man. And Onuachu, who scored in his only start in the 3-1 victory over Uganda, makes his way on. For Morocco, it's Elias Ben Zahir who makes his way on for Ismail Saibari. The Bayer Leverkusen man is on, the bright young talent that is Ben Zahir. Onuachu, very tall, very physical, very potent striker. Flick on by Shemi Ajayi. Return ball over the top, and Bonu calls and claims. 2 minutes plus added time, and then to penalties we will go. Bassey with another delightful touch.
Has there been a pass that Bassey has misread this game? I don't think so.
I can't think of one. I have to give credit to the fullbacks, though. Bruno has been incredible in closing down Brahim Diaz.
And Osei too.
And Osei has won 9 duels on that far flank, which is a very impressive stat in the context of this game.
Yeah.
Here he is again, coming away with possession for Nigeria.
Also in the context of the player he's playing against, who's been one of the best players for Morocco this tournament.
Aguerd surging forward now, a minute to go to 120. Hakimi, delivery. Away, falls for El Ainoui, who has a powerful crack at Nwabali, but well positioned. Stuns the ball, it drops in front of him and he smothers it under pressure from In-Nesyri.
Well struck, huh? Well struck. But Nwabali saw it coming all along and well positioned, body behind the ball.
We're coming up to that time. All the more impressive from Nwabali in the sense the goalkeeper's mind's already switching towards the penalty shootout potentially. So to be switched on and remain present in the moment. Quality. There is going to be one final change for Nigeria. Osimhen is back in the hunt, so to speak, as we hit the 120-minute mark. 1 minute of additional time in extra time before penalties, and Samuel Chukwueze is going to make his way on for this Nigerian side. Frank Onyeka's done. Brentford man is off.
Well, it feels like Nigeria is thinking of penalties also now. Onyeka seems to be holding the back of his left leg.
The Fulham man on loan from AC Milan. Samuel Chukwueze is on. Maybe a chance for Nigeria. Iwobi looked to inspire. Osai looked to feed. Ball out of play, throw in to come. Final whistle is there, and that is the end of regulation time. That is the end of open play. We will see penalties to see who advances to meet Senegal in the final of this Africa Cup of Nations tournament. After 120 minutes, Nigeria and Morocco could not be separated. Neither yielded, neither with the cutting edge that they've shown throughout the competition. And after 120 minutes,